A large eruption of Bali's restless Mount Agung volcano could be imminent, Indonesian officials have warned, saying 100,000 people need to evacuate the area. So far, 40,000 people have been moved away from the volcano and tens of thousands of travelers have been stranded due to airport closures. Mount Agung has been spewing volcano ash with increasing intensity since last Tuesday, but after heightened seismic activity and confirmation the volcano is shifting into the magmatic phase, authorities raised the warning level to the maximum level 4 alert on Monday morning. Indonesia's disaster mitigation agency has strongly urged people to immediately evacuate the designated exclusion zone, which has been extended to an 810 km radius of the volcano. "We ask people in the danger zone to evacuate immediately because there's a potential for a bigger eruption," said Sutopo Purwonugroho, a spokesman for Indonesia's disaster mitigation agency BNPB. Up to 40,000 people had been evacuated, but a further 60,000 also needed to move, he said. The governor of Bali said later that 150,000 could be called on to evacuate. Not all residents have evacuated yet. There are those who haven't evacuated because their farm animals haven't been evacuated yet. There are those who feel they are safe, Sutopo said, adding that security personnel were trying to persuade people to leave but they could be evacuated by force. Quick Guide Mount Agung rises about 3,000 meters above Bali's Karangasem district, in the island's east. Bali lies within the so-called Pacific Ring of Fire, an area of high seismic and volcanic activity where thousands of tremors occur each year. Mount Agung's last major eruption in 1963 killed about 1,100 people and razed many villages. More than 50,000 Indonesians were evacuated in September this year when experts warned an eruption was imminent. About 25,000 people have been unable to return to their homes since then. The 21st of November, a minor eruption sent a plume of ash and steam rising about 700 meters. Volcanologists said it was caused by magma heating water phreatic eruption. No alert was issued. 25 November, 3 minor eruptions sent a plume rising 4,000 meters and coated nearby villages in a layer of ash. An exclusion zone of 7.5 kilometers was put in place and some flights were diverted or cancelled. 26 November, Indonesia's Volcano Observatory notice for aviation updated to code red, predicting a further eruption with significant volcanic ash. Some flights were cancelled. Experts said the eruption was being driven by magma rather than steam. 27 November, Indonesian authorities raised the alert to the highest level and ordered people within 10 kilometers to leave as experts warned of an imminent risk of a larger eruption. Australia's Bureau of Meteorology said the ash plume had risen to 9,144 meters. Denpasar Airport was closed for 24 hours. Australia's BOM expects eruptions and ash to continue for at least 24 hours. Indonesian government volcanologist Gede Suantaka estimates Agung could spew ash for at least a month. Thank you for your feedback. Authorities also warned of dangerous mud flows. Video released by Indonesia's disaster mitigation agency showed water and volcanic debris flowing down the slopes of Mount Agung as rain fell on the island. Sutopo said people should stay away from rivers because mud flows can move rapidly and are a frequent killer during volcanic eruptions. Cold lava flow threatens residents around Indonesia's Mount Agung. Video Putu Sulasmi fled with her husband and other family members to a sports hall that is serving as an evacuation center. "We came here on motorcycles. We had to evacuate because our house is just 3 miles from the mountain. We were so scared with the thundering and red light," she told Associated Press. The family had stayed at the same sports center in September and October when the volcano's alert was at the highest level for several weeks, but it didn't erupt. They had returned to their village about a week ago. "If it has to erupt, let it erupt now rather than leaving us in uncertainty. I'll just accept it if our house is destroyed," she said. Airport spokesman Arisan Aroim said 445 flights were cancelled, stranding about 59,000 travelers. The closure was in effect until Tuesday morning, though officials said the situation would be reviewed every 6 hours. Instrumental measurement of Mount Agung began after the last big eruption occurred in 1963, an event that lasted a year and killed more than 1,000 people. Bali is Indonesia's top tourist destination, with its Hindu culture, surf beaches and lush green interior attracting about 5 million visitors a year. Some flights to and from Bali were cancelled on Saturday and Sunday, but most had continued to operate normally as the towering ash clouds were moving east toward the neighboring island of Lombok. Bali's governor, Made Pastaka, said he was urging hotels on the island to allow stranded foreign tourists to stay free of charge, especially cash-strapped backpackers. "Yes, I'm asking. This is a disaster. Especially for those who have spent all their money," he said. The governor is also coordinating with the immigration office to ensure the extension of visas for tourists forced to overstay due to the volcanic activity. "We now have to find a hotel and spend more of our money that they're not going to cover us for when we get home, unfortunately," said Canadian tourist Brandon Olson, who was stranded at Bali's airport with his girlfriend.